Bruce Cron. I belong to a group called the Combat Vets Motorcycle Association. We're all combat veterans. I was in the Army. I was in Vietnam in 67, 68. I went over the 101st Airborne Division, and I came to escort the wall because it's a tribute I'm paying to my fellow brothers who fell, and it's just a big tribute for me.
My name is Gail. Right now I'm with the 11X Motorcycle Club. Most of us are all veterans. In fact, we're all veterans.
Gary Bills, stationed in Vietnam in 1969, assigned to the spooky gunships. I'm with the Combat Veterans Group organization. I'm also with the Rolling Thunder organization.
Victor Cisnowskis. I was in the Air Force from 67 through 71. Spent 3 years overseas in several places. My rank was sergeant when I got discharged in 71. I lost friends whose names are on the wall, and that's why I'm here.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jerry Turnquist, and it's truly an honor for me to be able to serve as your Master of Ceremonies for this event this morning. We are gathered here for an important and solemn occasion, the opening ceremony of the Wall That Heals. At this time, I'd like to ask you to stand, if you're able, for the presentation of the colors of our nation. Remain standing for the singing of the national anthem and the invocation. Commander of the Color Guard, please advance the colors. At this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Marisa Bukite, Ms. Heart of Illinois 2013, to sing our national anthem. Reverend Denise Tracy, President of the Coalition of Elgin Religious Leaders, will now give our invocation. Please uncover.
We come before you this morning to commemorate a stately wall, and we stand before you with awe. We are stunned with all this day represents, and our hearts are full to overflowing with both meaning and memory. We thank those who have worked tirelessly to bring this experience to Elgin. We thank those who will help make this experience possible for our community in the next 4 days. But most of all, we say thank you to the lives these names represent. 58,200 names, the names of sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters, whose families lost a future when their lives were given in service and in sacrifice.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Terry Gavin, City of Elgin Councilman, to make a few remarks on behalf of the city.
I am proud to declare that the City of Elgin has always supported its military servicemen and women from the Civil War through the War on Terrorism. Elgin is honored to host this monument of courage and healing for the next 4 days. For those of you who may not know, the Wall That Heals contains 58,260 names of our fallen or MIA personnel, of which 2,933 called Illinois their home. The Vietnam War was the longest in American history. From 1959 to 1975, 16 years, 2.6 million military personnel served in Vietnam, giving truth to the famous quote, "All gave some, and some gave all."
This time, I'd like to have Marisa Bukite return to the mic for another presentation.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies,
First and foremost, I want to welcome each veteran sitting here today. Happy Veterans Day to all of you. The things I carried a photo exhibit was meant to honor and display items in photographs thanks to John Seacon photography of soldiers, airmen, and women, Marines, seamen that they carried during the Vietnam War. It also included 2 Laotian veterans who fought along the U.S. during the Vietnam War. It was displayed at the Gail Borden Library and at the RACO branch, also at ECC. Veterans, please accept the photograph. There will be a brief pause for a picture, and we will also present you with an honor quilt presented by Shirley Federer and Miriam Lytle. The quilt will be placed around you briefly for a picture. After that, please give Stacy the photograph and render a salute to myself. Bad idea. Mr. Robert A. Katz. Mr. Jack Dar. Lorraine A. Dar, U.S. Air Force First Lieutenant. Mr. John Javaras, U.S. Army Sergeant. Alex Sorton, U.S. Navy Petty Officer, 2nd Class. James R. Wire, U.S. Army Captain and employee here at Gail Borden Library. Charles E. Fox, U.S. Army Specialist. Rick A. Bender, Marines Staff Sergeant. L. Weber, United States Marines. And Phoon Manivong, the Royal Lao Army Sergeant.
This last quilt doesn't have a portrait that goes with it. He's our big read coordinator, Hector Ocampo, who served in the Iraqi War. Hector Ocampo. Could you help me salute him? I can't salute him, but you can. Can you salute Hector for us? Jeff just said payback. Thank you so much, Hector, for being the Big Read coordinator.
Thank you, veterans and the Big Read Committee. Please allow me to introduce myself. I came to the U.S. when I was 9 years old in 1992. My family came because we were poor. There's no other way to say it. At a very young age, I realized the only way to be successful here was to get an education. In high school, I knew I wanted to go to college, but I did not want that burden on my parents because they had already done so much for my family of 7. I decided to join the U.S. Army in 2002, and honestly, the main reason was to pay back for what this country has given me and my family, and to go to school. I never imagined being deployed and doing 2 combat tours in Iraq, but that's exactly what happened. I was deployed in 2003 when the war started, and once again in 2005. It seems like such a long time ago, but the struggles have been real and long. This is not meant to glorify myself or my actions. It is a means to spread awareness, much like the goals of the Big Read. Today, I stand here to let everyone know that I am also diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, and I am not afraid to admit it. Because if anything, I want everybody to know that even though, as my fellow veterans, struggle to adjust and gain our true purpose, we are very capable of maintaining jobs, educate ourselves, above all, never forget where we come from. I see veterans on a daily basis, and I can tell you one thing: the pride to have served will never diminish. Thank you, Gail Borden Library, Miriam Lytle, for believing in me and giving me a chance to do something I was not sure I could do as the Big Read coordinator. I commend everyone here for their commitment and for their service to their community and our veterans. Finally, I want to share two things with all of you, a quote and a phrase used by many who are here today. The soldier above all others prays for peace, for it is the soldier who must suffer and bear the deepest wounds and scars of war. General Douglas MacArthur. My name is Hector Ocampo, and I will always be a soldier. This concludes the Big Read. Thank you.